I go through husbands a lot.
How many husbands have you had?
I've had 4.
You're joking.
4 too many. I know I don't like wedding cake. I must have been asked that 1,000 times. I've been 25 years on my own, and it's the best 25 years I've had. I've actually got money in the bank.
What do you think the secret is to maintaining positivity?
Stubborn. Being a brat, basically. Being stubborn. Can't even walk around now. I'm in the wheelchair all the time.
Okay.
And things that I used to be able to do, I can no longer do because my memory's just wiped it, basically.
That is it.
Yeah, so I don't retain new information.
So, Julie, thank you for coming on. I've been excited to get you on. I know we've had a brief chat before, haven't we? But, I've been excited to know a bit more about you and your life.
Oh, God, you haven't got enough time for that, love.
Well, this is what these rides are for, just to find out a bit more about you, because the whole point of everything that we're trying to do is pass lessons on to a younger generation coming up, because for me and having young kids, the world's completely changed since I've grown up, and then probably since you've grown up.
Yeah, and I've got special needs kids, so it's even changed
I bet.
even more because we're looking at autism and things like that.
Well, that's something that me and you really connected on, I felt, because I've got 2 children, both with autism myself.
Yeah.
When the decision was made to send them to a specialist school, because I know quite a lot of parents have a decision to make, don't they, whether or not to send.
A lot of them don't want to send them to special schools. They need it because they can't thrive in large classrooms, especially when the classrooms are 32 and 42 even, some classrooms.
Absolutely.
There's no good, they can't survive, and they don't do change.
No.
And people say, well, you don't change. It only takes one new person in the classroom and an autistic child will flip.
I really was scared, if I'm being completely honest with you, about the bullying aspect of it.
Yeah.
You know,
well, they're going to get bullied anyway, my oldest grandson, he wasn't autistic.
Right.
And he still got bullied at school till I sent him to martial arts, and that sorted that one out.
Oh, I bet it did.
Because they didn't touch him after that. But, my eldest grandson, not my eldest grandson, the next one down, he's autistic and he's mild schizophrenia.
Oh, wow.
So he can really flip. And if he flips, it takes 2 adult males to pin him down.
Does it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because the strength is tenfold when they flip.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they have to go to special school because they have to be with people who know how to handle. You can talk them down if you know how. Like with me, I just threaten to sit on him and that's enough.
Well, that's it. They'll listen to you because you're family, but it's different.
Oh, don't listen to his mum.
No, doesn't he?
Oh, no. Chalk and cheese are so different.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, they clash like mad because my daughter's also special needs, so it's special needs trying to cope with special needs.
Yeah.
Doubly difficult.
I bet it is.
And it doesn't help when you've got social services all over you every 5 seconds just because you've got special needs and you've got children with special needs.
Yeah.
They treat you appallingly, they really do. And trying to get support for a family, which is virtually all special needs, is a nightmare. You can't get it.
I bet that must be really hard. Was it hard growing, having to raise your daughter with special needs?
Not so much for me because I was. Well, they wasn't called special needs. I was hyper.
Right.
But it wasn't called special needs or hyper then. You were just highly strung. I always said that's because our parents wanted to string us up. And there wasn't an awful lot known about temperaments and emotions. I just know, I remember, I don't know whether anybody would. There used to be a children's convalescent called Dr. Garrett's Children in Conway. And every so often, children like myself or autistic used to get sent there.
Right.
And we were there for about 6 weeks, to give our parents a break, basically. It's had a double-edged sword because I'd never been away from my parents before because we were an army family, so I spent a lot of time with my grandparents.
Oh, did you?
And all of a sudden, I was taken away, and you get there and they take all your clothes and put you in this uniform thing.
All right.
So all your identity is removed and you feel abandoned.
Oh, wow.
So from that point onwards, you have things like abandonment issues.
Yeah, I bet you do.
And because it's 6 weeks might not seem a long time, but to a child, 6 weeks is like 6 years.
Oh, it is, yeah, very much
It's horrendous, especially when you don't see a single family member in that period of time.
Oh, don't you?
Oh.
Wow. Both your parents in the army then?
No, just Dad.
Right. What did he do? What did he do in the army then?
Signals.
What does that do?
Basically, it's like all the communications and stuff like that.
All right.
And when he first went in, he was catering.
Yeah.
What the army name for that, handicapped commandos. Don't even go there.
Was it hard being in the army, like him being in the army and you?
No, I loved it.
Did you?
I absolutely loved it, yeah, because it was regimented and you knew exactly what you were going to do, where you were going to be.
Yeah.
So for an autistic child, that regimentation was good.
Right.
Because you knew what was expected of you.
Yeah, right, get you. So was you diagnosed with autism then when you was growing up, or was it just not a thing?
You didn't get diagnosed in them days. You were just, she's just a troubled child.
Right.
She needs extra thing. But when they're doing all the IQ tests and all that, I had above average IQ, but I couldn't sit still long enough for them to get anything in me.
Right. That sounds like my son, that.
Yeah.
They're still diagnosing him. He's got basically a certificate, so he's going to get help at the school and he can go to a specialist school, but they're still trying to work out where he sits on the spectrum, because every single child's different, aren't they?
People don't realise there is over 200 varieties of autism.
Is he?
Yeah.
Wow.
They know more about it in America than we do over here. In America, they've got so many facilities for autism and not special needs children, but over here, nothing.
Well, the doctor that diagnosed my son, he described it probably the best way possible. And he basically put an invisible sort of dartboard up. And he said they're segmented into 3 areas, and one of it's like learning, one of it's social skills, and I think the other one was behaviour. And he basically said each child is like throwing a dartboard in there.
Yeah.
And they'll probably land, and they all overlap as well, and they'll land into a certain area of it, and some will have better social skills, but difficulty with learning.
Depends where in the brain it is, if it's frontal lobe, if it's
absolutely
whatever part of the brain is being affected.
Yeah.
Controls how the autism is going to affect them.
Well, tell me a bit about your childhood then. What was it like? Was it a happy childhood? No.
No.
Oh, sorry to hear that. How come it wasn't happy then?
Because I was from pillar to post. Because in my day, army children, they didn't go to boarding school. Army children now go to boarding school.
Oh, do they? I didn't realise that.
Because they found a lot of army children were suffering.
Right.
Because we're being moved from pillar to post every 5 minutes.
Right.
I mean, I went to something like, there was about 5 infant schools, 7 junior schools and 13 secondary schools.
Wow, honestly.
And you had to adapt, and the army life helped me with that, because quite often we were sent on things like survival courses. And
I suppose it shapes you as a person, doesn't it, all these experiences?
I mean, my brothers, I feel sorry because my brothers don't remember any of it. It's really weird.
Oh, but they're younger?
Yeah, they were babies.
Oh, were
they? Yeah. They don't remember any of it.
So how many siblings have you got then?
Well, I've got 2 that's from my parents' first marriage.
Right.
And then there's 2 from the second marriage.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, but it's like having 2 separate families in the same house.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's a nightmare.
Oh.
The best thing I could do is adapt, learn. The army saying is adapt and move forward.
Right.
So if anybody offered me training for anything, I took it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. And I went and got the training for whatever it was. It meant me more employable. It gave me more life experience and life skills. So it leaves you with problems when you get older, though, because people think you're lying to them. Because you've done so much, they think you're lying to them all the time.
What sort of stuff did you do then?
Oh, God, everything. You name it, I've done it.
Go on, tell me some
Anything from cleaning to switchboards and comms and office and dance. You name it, I did it.
Did you?
I ran a wildlife hospital for 5 years.
Oh, amazing. What did you do there?
Well, when my girls, because like I say, they were autistic, when they got to a certain stage, I
Yeah.
realised there was no training available for them outside of school. Once they left school, there was
Okay.
nothing.
Yeah.
And at the time, my nursing career had to end because I damaged my spine.
Oh, right.
So I had the medical experience for humans.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, it doesn't take more, it doesn't cross into animals.
Oh, right.
We use same medications for animals that we do for humans.
Oh, do you?
In smaller proportion, yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
I set up a wildlife hospital with the idea of special needs children working with able-bodied children
Yeah.
and working with the animals.
Oh, amazing. Yeah.
And
But that's incredible, that.
it started with somebody bringing me a female hedgehog that had had 6 babies.
Right.
Then it turned out, like I say, that was 6, 7 hedgehogs.
Yeah.
And then within a month, I had something like 20 odd of them. And it went on and on and on. And I had so much problems.
Oh, did you?
Oh, yeah.
What, trying to keep them all going?
Well, no, because originally I had set it up in my house and I had permission. I asked the council, was it all right?
Yeah.
But they got it into their head it was only going to be 1 or 2 hedgehogs.
Right.
So when they realised they'd made a bit of a faux pas, they tried to sort of get me to close it all down, and I wouldn't do it. So we had all sorts of tactics. We had turning up early hours of the morning, testing for hygiene and health. But I ran it like a human hospital, so they didn't get away with it.
What was like the strangest animal you had then?
It's not so much strangers. They all have their own characters. We had badgers, foxes,
Wow.
ferrets.
Yeah.
I'd never even had it. Oh, God. Ferrets are so funny.
God, I bet you had some crazy
God.
times then, didn't you?
We had a psychopathic mother duck every year. She used to have round about 15 ducklings every year.
Did she?
But she got them to about that big.
Right.
And then she'd herd them in the middle of the road and get them all run over. And we'd get an emergency call. She's at it again. And we'd have to go and rescue all the ducklings and hand rear them, bring them up ourselves.
Wow. If you don't mind me asking, like, because obviously you mentioned about your spinal injury. Do you mind telling me a bit about that and what happened there?
Oh, yeah. When I was nursing, first year nurse had put paraplegic in a hoist, but the old hoists were very heavy. You used to have to wind them up.
Right.
And they weighed an absolute ton, they did. But she'd put him in wrong.
Oh.
And that's idiot me. I saw it tipping.
Yeah.
Didn't think about it, just ran to catch him and caught him and the hoist. And at first we thought I'd just injured my knee
Yeah.
because the pain seemed to be coming from my knee. Turns
Okay.
out it wasn't, it was my spine.
Oh.
So end of nursing career.
Oh,
That
wow.
was, and you didn't get compensation in them days.
Oh, what a shame.
So that was the end of that. So then I needed to retrain. Most of my working career was contracts
Right.
because I had to work round my girls' needs, medical needs and otherwise. So I mostly worked via agencies. Then eventually I cut the agencies out and they came direct to me. I got
a better rate.
I got more money that way.
It all helps, doesn't it?
It all helps, yeah.
When I was younger, there was these are the jobs that you sort of go into. And, you know, I knew what I wanted to do from an early childhood, but I think it's difficult now. There's so much that you can do.
And it
at an
depends,
early age.
each individual family have got different skills within that family that a child can learn
Yeah,
if the parents passes on what skills they've got.
absolutely.
But 9 times out of 10, it doesn't happen.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
And even though mine are special needs, they've still been taught to do basic things.
Yeah. Do you feel like your children having special needs has held them back at all?
My youngest daughter has difficulty. She's got what's known as Peter Pan syndrome, so it's like a child in an adult's body. She has more care. Yet she did more at school than her eldest sister did.
All right.
Her eldest sister, because obviously she saw me bringing them up and whatever I did and the baking and everything else,
Yeah.
she was more of a family. She only ever wanted a family.
Right.
She's never been able to go to work. She can't cope with changes and things like that, which you get obviously in every work environment you go. There's changes every day. And when they've done, the people that assess them had done, they said she wasn't going to be able to work at anything.
Right.
But she's brought kids up.
Oh, that's still good then, isn't it?
Which is not bad when you see that. I got told she would never be able to have children. She's had 5. But even then we went through, because Damien died when he was 3.
Who was Damien, sorry? Was that
Damien was my eldest grandson.
Oh, that must have been hard.
From my eldest daughter.
Right.
She couldn't deal with all the medical side of things, so I had to take over that side of things. But it was luck that I had the training to do it.
Yeah, because from your nursing.
Yeah, from the nursing side of things.
Wow.
But I've always said to mine is, try anything, do anything, try anything. You can't say you can't do something if you haven't tried it first.
Definitely. I was saying this to my daughter only last night. I was saying, you never regret the decisions you've made. You just regret the decisions that you don't make. And you don't want to be basically later in life just regretting a bunch of stuff that you never tried. So
no, because then you get to like my age and you look back and you think, what have I done? But I look back and think, oh God, I've done too much. It gets confusing.
Do you have any regrets though?
Putting up with too much nonsense, yeah. I put up with too much nonsense. But I mean, I was on my own at 16. Worked 2 jobs, sometimes 3 jobs.
Wow.
Just to support myself. It was hard, but made you independent, made you adapt.
What led to that? Could you just not live with your parents any longer?
No, because they were divorced and they were both going their own. My dad had married another lady and I didn't fit into that scenario. She gave him ultimatum, him and me or whatever. And
oh, God.
Like they do. But I mean, I got later on in life, I think once I had children, I understood her a bit better and we got on a lot better later on in life.
Yeah, I think that happens, doesn't it? I've got a better relationship with my dad than I had when I was growing up, because again, I just didn't really appreciate him, and he was working hard, and a life where I didn't see him overly much. He was still like, you know, he's doing it for the family, but I think it's later in life since I've been similar mindset where I've gone out and I'm working hard to provide for my family. I think you can sort of just look at a different light, can't you?
Yeah, and sometimes you can overdo it and you need to give your family, you do too much work and not enough family, especially if you've got children. It's getting that sort of middle thing where your family gets enough attention as well as your work.
I couldn't agree more with that.
It's not all about money.
No, it's not.
It can't be all about money, because if you do that, your children will suffer.
Yeah, I completely agree with you, and it's probably something that I struggle with a bit, the balance element of it.
The balance is horrendous.
Because I've always been like ambitious since an early age, and you know, I've been fortunate enough to be successful in what I've done, but I don't know, even still when I reach it, it's not enough, and I think I keep pushing myself. But you're right, like you do need to balance. I see some people that all they do is just work, and they say to themselves it's for the family, but you know, they won't remember that money at the end of it. They'll remember They don't remember the money. No.
They just remember you weren't there.
Couldn't agree more.
You know, and that's hard. And it's hard for parents later because they don't have that bond with their children. And later on, the children all go their own way. And you've got to let them go their own way because they've got to live their own lives.
Yeah.
And it's upsetting sometimes as well, especially when you get to this age where, you know, you're away from your children more often than you're with them. But you've got to just keep telling yourself that when I'm not here, they've got to be able to live their lives. Yeah. And if you mollycoddle them all, they try to live their lives for them, they're never going to survive.
No, absolutely.
They're not going to cope.
They are, and it's hard. I try to instill lessons into my children that I've gone and learned the hard way, and a lot of the time they're just not ready to hear it, and they have to sometimes just make their mistakes themselves, don't they? Yeah,
I sort of drummed into all you can be is the best you can be, and all you can do is the best you can do, and the rest is up to God and whatever you believe in.
Yeah, no, it's very true. I give my kids like crazy experiences that we'll always remember from like a couple of years ago. I took them on a surprise trip to Morocco.
Oh, I've lived in Morocco.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll find out a bit more about it in a
Yeah.
second. But we went there and we basically went into Marrakesh, which is crazy
Yeah.
in itself.
Oh God, yeah.
And then we basically travelled right across the mountains and then
Yeah.
went to the Sahara Desert where we camped.
Yeah.
Camped.
Well, where I lived was Ushta, which backed onto the Sahara.
Oh, wow.
So it was a Foreign Legion town.
Yeah.
So
How come you lived
I
in
had
Morocco?
a husband that was Moroccan.
Oh.
So
Wow.
I go through husbands a lot.
How many husbands have you had?
I've had 4.
You're joking.
4 too many.
Oh my, are you a glutton for punishment or something?
Yeah. I know I don't like wedding cake. I must have been asked that 1,000 times.
4 husbands?
Yeah, I had
Wow.
one that was, how many years? 10 years. 1 13 years and 2 1 years.
So I suppose there's an important lesson there of picking the right partner.
Yeah,
then.
I've been 25 years on my own and it's the best 25 years I've had. I've actually got money in the bank. Not much.
That's amazing.
Not much, but
How do you pick the right partner? Because obviously that's
Oh my
it's
God.
such a difficult thing
don't
to do,
ask
isn't
me
it?
for God's sake.
Well, all right, give us the lessons of how to find the wrong partner then to avoid them.
Don't believe a word that comes out of their mouths.
Oh. Well, me and Vic have been married for 2 years and it's been
You've
amazing.
got to give and take. If your partner's not willing to support you in whatever your career is, and
Yeah.
you support them in whatever their career is, you're not going to survive.
No,
You've got to give and take. It can't be all one-sided.
very true. Yeah, very true.
And you've got to talk. The first sign of something's going wrong in the marriage is when you stop talking.
you know,
You don't have to agree with each other, but you have to talk.
Hmm.
Well, I can't tell you how to sing, but I can tell you what not to do.
yeah, but not the
Don't
actual.
get married in the first place was my first one.
Which one was your favourite wedding?
None of them.
No. Do you speak to any of your ex-husbands or not? Yeah, do you? Oh, that's still good.
Yeah.
'Cause I suppose you've got children with...
Well, both my children are from my first husband.
Right, okay.
And I said I wouldn't have any more after that, but I couldn't have anyway because they had to sterilise me to save my life. So
Oh, right.
I
Wow.
couldn't have any more. But I had the 2 girls.
Yeah.
And I lost one in the middle. It would have been 3, but I think they said it
sorry
was a
about
boy
that.
in the middle. It's life. That's what happens. It's just what life is.
So, Morocco then. So, did you enjoy living over there?
I like the people.
Yeah.
Where I mean, where I was, a lot of the people were Bedouin, and so they move around quite a lot. And I had my youngest daughter with me, who was treated like a princess.
Oh, have you done much travelling then?
Oh God, yeah, all over the world.
Wow. Where's your favourite place?
Switzerland. It's got to be Switzerland. Lauterbrunnen in Switzerland. It's only a small village, but it's absolutely beautiful.
So
There's
good.
like a little church there that every single grave has got flowers on it.
Oh, wow.
And it's looked after by the community within the village. The
Wow.
streets are washed every night. It's
Yeah.
immaculate.
They do
You
say
know.
Switzerland's like very, very clean. Is it true? Yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You come back from there healthier than you've ever been in your life, and you've not done anything other than walk around. But
What's
the air is purer,
right?
so you're taking in pure oxygen all the time. They're so proud of the fact that everything is clean.
Yeah.
I mean, if you drop litter there, you're instantly fined.
Wow.
One time I had 40 pen friends.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Wow.
And the Moroccan husband was one of them.
Oh, is that how you met him? Was it?
I had 15 minutes of fame on the TV because of that one.
Go on, tell us.
I got a phone call from a newspaper to say, "We've been told you're marrying your pen friend."
Right.
I went, "Well, who's told you that?" And they wouldn't say, "We can't tell you our sources." The usual kind of rubbish. I said, "Well, how do you know that?" I said, "Oh, it's rubbish." And I put the phone down. I just thought it was a scam and put the phone down. Then I got another phone call. And then it was a local newspaper. Then it was what's it called now? It's like the Manchester Evening News, but it's a free paper.
Oh, I know what you're on about. Yeah.
Metro, is it?
It's something like that. Yeah, I know which one you're on about.
Then the Gazette, then the Telegraph.
Wow.
BBC, Granada Reports, Wire something or other. I was on and off TV like a bloody yo-yo.
Hey, we're getting famous from this now.
Oh, God.
You do know that this goes on YouTube and goes out all to your potential fans.
Why did you do that to me?
But everyone thinks that their lives is no interesting facts about it, but if
people don't believe what I tell them.
Well, exactly. You've had a very interesting life, but for me, there's always something within every single person's life that can help inspire or just connect with someone else.
My biggest thing to children is don't be afraid to try something new. If you can't do it, you can't do it. It doesn't matter. But try.
Yeah. Give it a try.
Don't be afraid of failing, because when you fail, you learn more. If you succeed at everything, you don't learn anything.
That's exactly what we said to Brooke, wasn't it, yesterday?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, exactly what it
You've
said.
got to fail.
So I've got like several businesses.
Yeah.
And there's some that have just completely failed.
Know the feeling.
Yeah. Luckily for me, I'm on the winning side, so a lot more have won than what failed. But I see some people and they fail and
give up.
And they just completely give up and don't try again. And I'm like, literally, I've just found 5 ways of not doing something. And that's how I look at it. I don't look at it as a failure. I just look, that's not worked, but I've learned and I'll never ever do that again.
When I've something's not worked, the first thing I do is sit down and think, what have I learned from that episode? What did I learn? Did I learn something? What could I use that for?
Yeah.
But what I come to the conclusion that any time I'd failed at something, after a while, somebody came to me who needed help, and I had the knowledge to give it to them because of that failure.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Which I wouldn't have had if I hadn't tried and failed.
No, absolutely.
And I find that every time somebody comes to me for help, there's a reason for it. I've always had a thing, PMA, positive mental attitude.
Yeah.
Don't give up.
I love that. What do you think the secret is to maintaining positivity?
Stubborn. Being a brat, basically. Being stubborn.
Because it is a choice, isn't it? Positivity is a choice.
Yeah.
So what's some of your favourite memories from growing up? Have you got any ones that stand out?
Favourite? Voluntary work, to be honest.
Yeah?
All the different voluntary work I did. Like the wildlife hospital and things like that. My maternal grandparents I spent most time with.
Oh, did you?
But he was a master craftsman. Grandma was a seamstress. So I learned a lot from him, and I learned all about plants and herbs and things like that from them. So to be honest, I was lucky in my family connections, in as fact I had people that had very old-fashioned standards. So I was brought up with those old-fashioned standards.
Yeah, same.
And old-fashioned manners, and so I brought my girls up with the same. I put the fear of God up on the boys that come into my girls' life.
Oh dear.
I do what they call I call the kitchen talk.
Go on.
Take them in the kitchen and give them a right talking to what they're taking on, because with them being special needs, they need to know what they're taking on.
Definitely.
And they don't last long.
Oh, don't they?
No.
What, from that moment on after the kitchen talk?
From that moment on, they don't last long after that.
How do you feel about technology? Do you embrace it or not?
Well, I can use the computer.
Yeah.
But it's harder for me now because I've got memory impairment now, so I don't retain new information.
Okay.
And things that I used to be able to do, I can no longer do because my memory's just wiped it, basically.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, so I don't retain new information.
That must be hard. Is it?
It's frustrating, extremely frustrating.
Yeah.
I get upset quite a lot because things that I used to be able to do, and I wouldn't have even batted an eyelid at it, I I can't even entertain doing it now. I wouldn't know where to start.
No. Is there some things that you miss doing then?
I miss the voluntary work, but I mean, I can't even walk around now. I'm in the wheelchair all the time, so...
That must have been hard to make that transition if you was able.
Horrendous. And then I thought of, at first I could still walk round my flat, and then within 12 months I couldn't even do that.
Oh, you're joking?
No.
No. Did it really decline that fast?
Oh, God, yeah. The last 2-3 years, it's gone down like I don't know what. It really has.
God, that must have been really hard.
I can't stand up for me for 2-3 minutes and the legs will go straight from underneath me.
So, on these journeys, it's always a tradition of ours to finish off by asking you one piece of wisdom that you would like to pass on to a younger generation. What would your piece of wisdom be?
Keep going. Keep trying. Don't give up.